What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Is there anything better than seeing two of your favorite actors act together? Yeah, there is. The HBO Max movie Moonshot seems to think the answer to that question is a rom-com between Cole Sprouse and Lana Condor. But when is its follow-up coming? Who will come back for it? Will the next story focus on their exes? Let's find out.
Oat milk latte, light foam.
Hey, how's the Mars boyfriend?
Long-distance dating sucks.
Moonshot 2 current status. We've been so used to seeing Cole Sprouse in Riverdale that it was really difficult for us to see him in Moonshot and not think of him as Jughead. Now that Riverdale is cancelled, yeah, we know, we were shocked as well, Sprouse can finally focus on his film career, and we'll hopefully see him in a follow-up of Moonshot, where he'll continue the story of the futuristic film with Lana Condor. Produced by teen Greg Berlanti, the amazingly talented person who makes no mistake when creating a rom-com. The first film takes place in the year 2049. Did we mention that the characters are in space? The first installment introduces Walt, a character portrayed by Sprouse, a barista, and Sophie, a character played by Lana Condor, aboard a cruiser to Mars as part of a student program. The film starts off with both of them having different love interests. As the synopsis reads, Moonshot features a future where Mars is terraformed with two college students sneaking aboard a space shuttle from Earth to Mars in order to be united with their significant others. Fans and critics seem to be in a huge disagreement regarding the first part. Critics claim the film lacks quality and originality, while fans are convinced that this is one of the best films released in the last few years. We're taking the fan side, and we really wish for the story to be continued. After all, Moonshot was the most watched straight-to-streaming film during the first week of its premiere. Let's see if the creators and the cast are in for a follow-up. 4-film package.
Hey!
Oh my god, what are you doing here? What are you wearing?
Sadly, HBO is yet to announce if there is any plans for a sequel, but we still have some good news. Thanks to a report by Deadline released in 2021, Moonshot was created as part of a 4-film package with Berlanti Shutter Films and HBO Max. This confirms that it's just a matter of time until the second installment gets a green light. The creators are still tight-lipped when it comes to saying anything about another part, but then again, it's the first installment proving to be successful enough, they will come out with an announcement soon. The only thing we should worry about is the sequel's release date. Both leads have pretty busy schedules for the next few years, with Lana starring alongside William Ford and John Cena in Coyote vs. Acme, and being cast in the upcoming miniseries Boo Bitch. The same case is with Sprouse. Though he doesn't have any upcoming projects, we should expect him to get pretty busy once Riverdale wraps up filming the last season. As we previously said, it's a matter of time until the second installment is announced. After all, some really bad films have been given another part, so why should Moonshot stay as a single film project? Now let's get into some plot theories, shall we? Oh, before we continue, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Do Walt and Sophie end up together? What really happens with Walt and Sophie at the end of the first film? Do they end up together? Spoiler alert, yeah they do. Near the end of the film, Sophie realizes that Walt was right and she doesn't really want a future with Calvin. This leads her to breaking up with Calvin and deciding to come back to Earth. When it comes to Walt, well, he finally understands that Mars isn't what he expected to be since he lives the same life as on Earth. Then he gets an offer to go to Ceres, which would separate him from his loved one for a few years. This is when he decides to give a call to Sophie after he discovers she's going back to Earth. He then makes sure to be on the same spaceship as her. Before reassuring her that she's not just another girl he loves to go on an adventure with, they kiss, and that's where the film leaves us, with a happily ever after being given to the fan favorite couple. Does the ending leave space for another adventure? Of course. Directions for a follow-up. Yeah, the first installment left us on a good note, with Walt and Sophie's romance being given a proper conclusion. Before we continue, did you guys love the way the film ended? Share your own review down in the comments. Now, even though there was a happily ever after, that doesn't mean that there was no directions for a sequel. Here's one expected plot. The next film could focus on a relationship relationship between these two. We could see them going through new struggles. We could see them getting to know each other. After all, they've known each other for 35 days, and we could also see a focus on their careers. There's no reason the follow-up should only focus on the relationship between the couple. As previously mentioned, there are plenty of ways the sequel could go. The film left us with some unanswered questions, so the only way we know those answers is if a second installment gets a green light. Anyway, since we have seen so many reviews about the movie, we found it interesting to see that there are a lot of fans wishing for the sequel to explore Sophie and Walt's careers. Sophie was obviously interested in the idea to finish her degree studying algae that she can eat trash, so that would be a decent storyline for the next film, don't you agree? We could also see her helping Walt out with thoughts about his future career. After all, he has the potential he needs, so yeah, this seems like a pretty suitable storyline. Different focus. There are a lot of fans wanting to see a sequel with a different focus other than the one on Sophie and Walt, meaning that the sequel could focus on their exes. This sounds like a good idea, but if we're being honest with you, we like the previously mentioned storyline with the careers more. What fans need to remember is that Moonshot isn't just a classic romantic comedy. First, there's the perfect cast ensemble, then there's the amazingly talented crew behind the camera, and most importantly, the film's exploration of serious issues such as environmental decline is what critics should appreciate more. If there's another installment, we hope the creators find a way to include these important issues again. Another element we really loved about the film is the realism. It's always good to see storylines such as the one where billionaires escape the real problems the Earth faces with. What is your favorite thing about the first installment? Returning cast members. As previously mentioned, Connor and Sprouse have stayed tight-lipped when it comes to their future involvement in Moonshot. The same goes with the creators of the movie, and we're really confused as to why they haven't spoken about making or at least considering making additional installments. Then again, we believe it's just a matter of time until they share their thoughts and ideas for the next movie. If they greenlight another part, we expect to see both Connor and Sprouse back to reprise their roles once again. Our theory is that now the creators and the cast are pretty busy, so we might have to wait a few years before a sequel comes to our screens. The most important thing is that all depends on how well the first movie goes. In other words, if the fans want a sequel, they'll get one. It seems like all creators care about is fans and their opinions. For instance, Julian Fellowes, the creator of the famous period drama Downton Abbey, promised a third part would happen, but under one condition: if fans want another part, they'll get one. Apparently, the same goes for Moonshot. So guys, the future of this project is in your hands. If there's a continuation, we hope to see Zach Braff, Mason Gooding, and Lucas Gage come back and reprise their roles. On a related note, what are your hopes for the potential next installment? Do you think that this film deserves a continuation? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.